All right, let's make this quick and short and sweet. So, this summer I was looking at a couple conferences. One of them is the gas conference in Corning, New York. Flying, not out of the question, but I'd rather road trip it. It's kind of the same cost, especially if you have to run multiple people, or if you're going with multiple people. And one of the ideas that I was going through was looking at the maps. Google and MapQuest are always the two big ones. So I decided to run a small experiment to see what way it has people going. And I was kind of surprised at a few things. The biggest thing is this is Google Maps. Nothing spectacular. You want directions, you click that little thing. And just typing in the cities, Minneapolis to Corning. You pick New York. Pick a couple options. I'm just going to put it in miles, force it in miles. I want to avoid tolls, and I also want to avoid ferries. Which I don't think takes any out. But I can really take the scenic route, go really far down into Indiana. Which is actually what I'm going to have to do, I think. I have to get into touch with a few people. But that's what it is. MapQuest, on the other hand, used to be the big thing. This is their browser. This is what happens when you go right to MapQuest.com. This weird logo, giant advertisement. It's bad. And then click directions. Yeah, you want directions. I'll do the same thing. All right. I have to go a little bit farther in there. And Corning, New York. It is in there. Okay. I'm going to do this with how it stops. The first one, I do like that they give you this. This is a little bit better than this, personally. I like it. So don't want tolls, don't want ferries. I don't want to cross an international border. I don't want to go to Canada. That was actually one of the suggested routes, is you go from like here up to like Salisbury and then drop down. It was kind of weird. I didn't get it. One had me going through like Detroit, through Rochester. It was just weird. But that's all right. You apply the settings, and you get more of these things, more advertisements. Bugs living bejesus out of you. So there's one there. There's one there. And then there's a Hilton and something else that I don't know what it is. Plus you have another one here and a Target ad. I don't have that on the Google Maps. On MapQuest, it's like, really? I don't want that. Oops, I didn't want that. I wanted that. Menu. No, I guess I can't look and see like where food is and stuff. But this is 20 hours of hard driving. And about 20 hours of driving, and that's without breaks. So it's going to be a long trip if I take it. Probably a good 2-day trip. And I like that it's like, okay, hotels. You can think about that. Food, gas, coffee, groceries, parking, whatever I need. That's a plus for MapQuest, but this logo. Ugh. So I sat down, did a couple of these. Get into the first one on Google. Road construction. So as it sits right now, 1065. Divide that by 16 point, call it 40 minutes right here. Taking the I-94. You're looking at 16.67. So minimize that. And that was straight through, right? Yes, that was straight through. On Google is 1065 miles, 16. I'm just going to do 40 minutes because it's easier. That has you going 63.89 miles per hour. MapQuest, on the other hand, what did they have for the same route? They had a couple. Route 1 was 1078. So it's like about 10 miles more and about an hour. About an hour more time-wise. Not really sure why. The other way, which is actually the way that I think I'm going to go, just to avoid Chicago, or this is roughly my destination, if it's offered. I might modify these two. Is this one, which is 17, 11, 27. It's about 50 miles. But this is just straight through. I kind of like this one a little bit better, just because I'm not going through Chicago at who knows what time. Traffic in Chicago isn't exactly known for being the greatest. And I'll minimize this ad and this ad, so I'm not advertising to you guys as well. But even taking it, so I like Route 2 a little bit better. For this one, which is 1127.1, and it's 19, and I'm going to say 10, which is I think 0.13. Let me just double check that quick. I'm going to say 10 minutes divided by 60. Whoops. Not that. Divided by 60 is 0.15. 0.16. Okay. I'm going to say 0.15 because that's actually easier. Which now I minimize this, grab that, minimize this. It's 1127.1 miles, 19 hours, 9 minutes. And obviously I can't spell, I'm tired. Which that equates out to going roughly 58.86 miles per hour. And I'm going to do that because there's rounding and stuff and math. Now these are pretty much the same time. I mean, I can say it, choose Route 1. 17 hours. If they're taking that really far south route, yes. This one doesn't seem to be. It seems to be going fairly close. This one goes to Fort Wayne. This one doesn't drop down to Fort Wayne, but I'm not going to worry about that. So just in that 1078. There's a big mileage discrepancy, usually about 50 miles, just depending on how the software is written. And I don't know how each one is. Let me see what Garmin pulls up if it wants to work right now. I'm kind of running a lot of programs. Garmin Express. This is who I have for a GPS device. And if this thing wants to load, how bad is it? Okay, I'm not doing too bad. Garmin Express. letting it load, letting it load. Okay. So, that actually worked. What's this? Cancel. I don't even care about this right now. Garmin. What is there? Garmin. Do I not have Basecamp on this? Wonder if I don't have Basecamp. That could be the issue. Wonder if that Basecamp. It's because Garmin's not in the name of the program. So I'm gonna start hammering this stuff out. Is anyone gonna cry over 2 miles? I don't think so. I hope not. Oh, that's 1,200. 100 miles, and they're saying 18.75 for the hour count. Miles in 18 hours, 45 minutes, which gives you an average speed of 64 miles per hour. And MapQuest, what did MapQuest give you? I don't remember. Let's see. 1,200.8. Divide this by 19. I'm going to round up on that one. 0.67. It's 40 minutes. So this is 1,203.8 miles, and then 19 hours, 40 minutes, which is an average of about 61.2. It's 1,999.7 and a bunch of big numbers. So it's 1.2 miles per hour, which isn't too bad, I don't think, personally. There we go. Enter there. Back it up. Garmin Basecamp. And if I could. Problem is that my microphone cord is getting in the way of me typing. So this whole thing gets a little interesting. And let's see what this thing has. I have no clue how to do this. Maps, sure. I don't know which one I want, but I'm going to pick that one. It might not work. Let's see. Sorry about this. This is... I don't usually use this. Remind me later. So this is past travels. I actually don't want to see that right now. File. Let's see. New route. There we go. Create a new list. I'm just going to put gas 2016 because that's what I'm going to name it. That is really annoying. That I can't just type in a thing. Oh, let's see. New adventure, maybe? I don't know. I'm not going to walk it. I've actually never used this trip planner. A new trip. I don't know the dates of my trip. I'm going to put this up to 24. Because I can. I'm just going to do it one way. I'm going to wait about a day. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, why not? Not from there. That. Enter shirt. Minneapolis. Yeah, I actually do live around Minneapolis. I'm not in Minneapolis, but I'm around it. And why? Doing that. Show overlays. This is saying 1021 on the mileage. And what did it say on the time again? Did anyone catch that? This is saying 17 and 45. Which is about, I don't know. I'm sure you guys have this done already. Oops. Hitting the wrong things. So divided by 17.75 has me going 57.52 miles per hour, which is kind of a weird thing. Not really sure how I feel about that. I'm going to insert a page break. Make this look a little bit nicer for later. You guys probably don't care. I care. So if we left at 9 a.m., we'd get there about 3:30 a.m. So, okay. Add a hub. From Minneapolis, Minnesota. I want to add a hub. Minneapolis to, let's add to trip. This is going to be Ball State University, Muncie, Indiana. Add. What? That's not what I wanted. Forgive me, people. Can I do this? Nope. I want this moved up. Ball State, then Corning. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So from not Minneapolis, Corning anymore. I want that moved down. I want Ball State number 2. I can't figure it out. I'm not going to really mess with it right now. But you can kind of see it's messed up. But all the numbers are different. And I trust all these numbers. And yet I don't trust them at all. Garmin's trying to bring me one way. And so it really depends on what you want to work with. And this doesn't seem like a lot. Couple 100 miles here and there. 100 miles. Which could be 10 gallons of gas for me. Not a ton of money, but it's $300 extra. No. It'd be like $30 extra. It's like an extra tank of gas. Assuming 10 miles per gallon. But I don't know how long I've been rambling on. I'm just going to put when filming for that. And hopefully I can figure it out later when I have more sleep and stuff. But this is kind of what I'm looking at. Assuming I straight shot it from where I live to Corning, 16 to 20 hours. And I think this is a very accurate number as far as the time-wise and the speed. The speed's pretty close. So you guys have a good week. I'm going to keep working on this. And we'll see where I'm at hopefully next week. Hopefully I get more work done this next week. Have a good night. Or day or whatever it is.